Welcome to another installment of Riding Shotgun with me. I don't know, I thought about recording this right after the Rutgers game, and I thought, well, maybe sometimes you need to kind of step away for a few minutes and let everything settle down a little bit before you get too carried away in your comments. But oh my goodness, they can't lose that game. They can't lose that game, and they lost that game. And it just makes you crazy, because it's not just what it does to their NCAA tournament chances or to John Gross's tenure. It's in that, I don't know if everybody agrees with this or not, but in that stretch where they clearly played better, they did some goodwill, and they got people feeling better about things, even if you didn't change your mind. If you were someone that wanted a coaching change and you still wanted a coaching change, it made you think that it wasn't maybe quite as grim as what you thought prior to that, and it did change some people's minds. I talked to some people that said, we're better off to just stick with this and so forth, with the recruits coming in and all that. And so it was just maddening. It was so maddening. I thought the last few minutes were particularly maddening because, to me, they put the ball in Malcolm's hand to go one-on-one a lot, and I don't think that's Malcolm's idea. I don't think it's Malcolm's strength. I like the way they were moving the ball and getting the ball into Maverick and draw the double team and then kick it out and move it around and share the shots, and it just felt exasperating, to be honest with you, the way that game ended. And so here we go. I just finished the Big Ten teleconference this morning with all 14 head coaches, everybody's looking at this as a new start, a new season, even Purdue, which is the number one seed, and we'll see what they do. But the other thing it does is, you can say, well, if Illinois beats Michigan, if they beat Purdue, but it just sort of zaps all of the confidence. You almost have to suspend reality to see this team doing those kind of great things where you knock off the number one seed. Even for me, beating Michigan, are they capable of beating Michigan? Of course they are. We saw them do it. They shot 64% and beat them fairly handily in Champaign. But I think Beilein's a really good coach, a really good tournament coach. I like the way he runs offense. I think they've been playing better. They've figured some things out along the way. Illinois figured some things out too, in fairness. But it's going to be a tough go. And I don't know what the effect will be playing in Washington, D.C. I don't think it's a big deal. We used to think that when the tournament was in Indianapolis, Purdue and Indiana would really have an advantage. That never really was the case. Illinois may have had a little edge when they were in Chicago, as if they could hang around and get their fans going. Will Maryland have that advantage? I don't know. I think they're curious to find out. So it's just hard on those of us who are not going. I've been to every Big Ten tournament since it started in whenever it was, 98 was it? But they've all been drivers. They've all been Indy or Chicago, and now we're in Washington, D.C., and next year we'll be in Madison Square Garden, and we're not going this year. And I think it would depend next year on what kind of an Illinois team we had to cover. Is it is it a top seed team? I don't know. I mean, a lot can happen between now and then. It just, would have made everything a lot easier had they won the game at Rutgers on Saturday, and they've now made it more difficult, and yet that's kind of what they do. And it's one of the things that we've complained about over the years, is that they make things difficult on themselves. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they can pull off there, but just very, very, very disappointing. And, of course, it got all the fired John Gross people supercharged. The torches were lit Saturday. Oh my goodness. Anyhow, we'll hope for the best, see what happens when they head out there, play it Thursday, 11 in the morning Central Time against Michigan. And there's some other Big Ten teams on the bubble as well that are kind of hanging around waiting to see. I think there's a lot of people talking about Iowa right now, and maybe what they could possibly do. And Illinois State right up the road too. I feel bad for them. They've had a heck of a year. They've won 27 games. Yeah, they got thumped in the Missouri Valley Conference tournament, but in the championship game to Wichita State. But that's a good team. I think they deserve to be in the tournament. I'm not pushing them over anybody else. I'm just saying I look at their body of work during the tournament and say they should be rewarded for it. And yet they're going to have to sweat probably on Selection Sunday. So it's a big week. Selection Sunday coming up, and then we'll get our brackets out and go. Hey, thanks for listening. Appreciate it a lot. Talk to you later.